I know what you're thinking. Cthulhu, you recoil in horror through your inferior mortal lips. How in all the writhing metaphysical gutters of the multiverse are you able to stack playing cards with such unholy symmetry? The answer, of course, is eldritch patience. Patience like today's list of callers who you wouldn't trust to navigate their way out of a paper bag.
Cthulhu-sama of the great Davy Jones's locker, konnichiwa. This is Aranaki, undead caretaker of cursed building 666B. I've run out of rituals, patience, and incense. If you can't help with your cultist tenants, I may have to burn the lease and join them.
You're surrendering to a building? Very well. I'll take their calls. My cultists have no discipline anymore. Half of them use ChatGPT to write their summoning spells.
Yeah, hey, so I read on this summoning blog that if you give the circle warm socks, it increases ritual acceleration, like heat conductivity plus sympathetic thread resonance or something. Now it just keeps summoning. Anyway, Mighty Squid dude, sorry to be a buzzkill, but I'm not giving the socks back until the podcast guy says it's safe. He said warm socks repel witches. I believe him. He has charts.
That's not how magic works. I am employed. What did anything you say mean? You know what? Never mind. I'm going to talk to the conspiracy nut who taught you this.
Okay, so listen. I'm not changing my sock doctrine until the witch upstairs gives my daughter her energy back. She hasn't slept in weeks. She's drawing pentagrams on paper plates. This isn't college stress. It's magical siphoning. Return the stamina. Then we talk socks.
Right. She could just be tired from being a college student. But hey, no good thing you didn't overreact.
Okay, well, I'm not talking to my dad until the Void Witch gives me back my ability to fall asleep. I asked her to help me study longer. She took it literally. I haven't dreamed since the equinox, and my thesis keeps whispering my GPA to me.
Ah, so it actually was magical fatigue siphoning. Marvelous. The podcast prophet was correct. The universe deserves its fleas. Ah, Void Witch. Lovely to hear from you. Now listen closely, because I've spent the last 17 minutes untangling an apartment-wide barter spiral. Each of my cultists, instead of resolving conflict, has chosen to hoard, extort, and politic their way through interpersonal failure like esoteric landlords. So I am not here to discuss fine print. I am not here to interpret your eldritch flirtation with causality. I am here to say, formally, cosmically, and with all the gravitas of a god who's out of coffees, fix it.
The daughter is sleeping again. However, the sock cultist refuses to release the socks. He said he doesn't trust witches, especially not the ones who nap. Quote, that's when they dream the real curses.
Oh, for the love of the void. Hold on. I've got a plan. To all witch-aligned cultists. Begin spreading the doctrine that witchcraft is nullified in the presence of men on their best behavior. Inform him the socks will lose potency if he fails to exhibit emotional maturity, accountability, and basic interpersonal grace. Tell him the wool remembers.
A few moments later.
She's sleeping again. I admit that. But the socks, warm. Still warm. If I return them too early, they'll know I lowered my guard. That's how they test perimeter breaches.
Oh wow, residual heat sink. That's rare. Most guys don't even check their socks unless they're actively smoldering. You noticed warmth from foot fabric. That's advanced.
So, that is unusual, right? I knew it. My ex-wife said I was imagining things.
Honestly impressive. Most guys feel the warmth and assume divine favor, or the floor's just affectionate. The fact that you noticed the thermal echo, That puts you in what? The top 2% of podiatrists internationally?
But the warmth lingered. I think it's a residual beacon, like a soft ping for spiritual tracking. That's a thing, right?
Totally. My uncle once spent 3 months microwaving 1 sock per day because he thought it confused the ghosts. He ended up haunted by his own oven mitts. So compared to that, you're practically leading the movement.
Wait. Haunted oven mitts. Is that documented? I need to adjust my kitchen protocols.
But just a quick calibration check. Your daughter's sleeping again, right? Which, in basic sock theory, means the ritual has cooled. You're no longer under enchantment. You're in, post-ritual drift.
And holding on to enchanted socks during post-ritual drift? It's like keeping a cursed kazoo after the music stops. The tune's over. All you're doing now is humming paranoia in a key no one wants to hear.
Or worse, signaling. You ever hear of sympathetic ping loops? Because if you keep an object that was part of a spell, it keeps trying to finish the conversation. Think of it like a spiritual autocorrect.
Exactly. And right now, your sock field is saying, still thinking about her, still vulnerable, still available for magical follow-up. I don't think your daughter wants that.
Fine. So what you all are saying is, if I don't return them, I'm broadcasting availability.
Let me put it this way. There was a man, very like you, heated every pair of socks, swore it blocked enchantments. By the end of the month, every woman in his building had started calling him the Foot Warlock. No one made eye contact in the laundry room again.
Yeah, because the more you protect yourself, the more you're broadcasting that you still believe you're a target. That fear creates a psychic paper trail. Witches love that. Bitches, not so much.
And once a man starts preemptively enchanting his own toes, it stops looking brave, starts looking how do you say in English? A chud.
But letting go, that's advanced. That says, I did what needed doing. I observed the metaphysical boundaries. I'm emotionally competent enough to return fabric. That's alpha.
That's honestly Big Dad energy. You're not just protecting your daughter, you're protecting the narrative.
So it was all a lie. The sock warmth summoning doctrine, the graphs, the heat charts, the late-night infrared toe scans. None of it meant protection. It was never about shielding her. It was broadcasting availability. I've been running a magical beacon out of my laundry basket. They probably think I'm open for negotiations. Oh God. I have to end the loop. I have to save her. I have to do my laundry.
And that's how I saved Witchcraft. Through subtle shame, sock paranoia, and a podcast. Did I forget to fix the Waffle House? Yes. But like I said, it repairs itself out of spite. It'll be fine. But it doesn't matter. I found waffles in the debris. Victory tastes like syrup and croissants.